This is a video interview that we received 18 questions from all of you on the Plunket fans MySpace page, and after carefully going through them, we're ready to dive in. So the first question we have is, when did you first know that music is what you wanted to do as far as a possible career choice? And was there anything in particular that made you realize this is what you love doing? All of us came to the consensus that somewhere throughout high school we decided that we wanted to be in a band, and some of us were actually like in band in high school. I know I was, Chris was, Jim was, and we all played in the school band, but basically like all the high school activities that some people do, play sports and all that kind of stuff, kind of ended for us by sophomore or junior year, and then we decided that we all wanted to be in a band. So me, Chris, and Jim were in a band for a while, and Jason and Joey were in a different band, and basically when we started being in a band is when we realized that's what we love doing. So that's why we're still doing it. Question 2. Do you have any lucky items that you always take with you to shows? I don't think anybody really does except for me. I received a little like shiny penguin, I believe it is, from a fan and friend that is in my suitcase. That always comes with me. Haven't had it for very long though, so it's not going to leave my suitcase. So it comes with me to shows. And as a band, we had a fish that we kind of adopted, I guess, in Madison, Wisconsin, like a Halloween ago, a year ago, maybe, just over a year ago. And sadly though, somebody decided they were going to take that thing back. The only good part about that is that it happened in Madison. So we got it in Madison, and then our last time there, it disappeared. So if it went back to its rightful owner, you're welcome. And thanks for letting us borrow it.
How did Plunket come together? Were you already friends, or did someone have an audition and pick each other individually? Plunket started when we were in high school. We wanted to play this school homecoming show, and Jim and Tom are also original members. We didn't really have auditions, we just kind of all knew each other, and that started the band. And we did not get picked to play the show, but we were having a really good time doing it, and we decided to start writing some songs together, and Plunket began.
Question number 5. What's the truth about being in a ska band with Sean McCarty, and do you ever miss those days? True story. We, meaning me, Chris, and Jim, were in a ska band with Sean McCarty. That was going back to Chris's last question, question 4, about high school, basically, and how we started. We were in a band with who is now obviously our best friend. He had to leave for the Air Force. But yes, we were in a band with Sean for probably the better part of a year and a half, almost 2 years. Before he left, and yeah, we do miss those days. It's fun. That's where we have videos, so we go back and watch all of our videos. But yeah, we miss Sean, and yeah, so miss those days. Question 6: if you could move to anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Well, I think I'd have to move on down to Florida, get some sunshine and warm weather. Out of Chicago snow, stuff's terrible.
Cool. How about Joey?
San Diego, California.
Chris.
Boston, Massachusetts.
James.
Hilton Head, South Carolina.
And I think I myself would move to Los Angeles, California.
Plunket, and what does it mean? Basically, back in the 3rd grade, me and Chris, actually no, 7th grade, me and Chris went on an African safari in the middle of Zimbabwe, and we saw the first ever flying lion. So quickly we went and made a net out of vines that we found, and we caught it, and we cut off the wings, and we started making clothes out of it. And when the wind blew, it caught it right. We started flying and floating, and we thought it was really cool. So we had no way to get back because the other lions ate the rest of the group we were with. So after walking several miles, we found a little village. And they led us to the ocean, where this really friendly great white shark named Frank came up, and he let us ride in his belly. Inside we played cards, and he took us across the Atlantic. But he dropped us off in South America, which was way wrong. We kind of were confused by Frank. 'Cause Frank, man, he whatever, his sense of direction was way off. So we landed in Brazil, and we were in the middle of the jungle, and we met a little herd of monkeys, and they came up with fruit trays and stuff, and because we were hungry from that long voyage, and after we were well fed, where did we go after that? I can't remember. Well, hell, we just found a plane and went home, named the band Plunket.
Question number 7. If you were stuck on a desert island and could only bring one album with you, what would it be, Jim Kohler?
I would bring Seisha a retrospective.
I would bring Goo Goo Dolls' Dizzy Up the Girl.
I think I have to go with Jimmy Eat World, Bleed American.
Blink-182, Enema of the State.
I would bring May, The Everglow.
Number 8. If you were any type of animal, what would you be? I would have to be a bird. Preferably a hawk.
Tom?
That's a tough one to follow up, but I think I would be a rat, like a house rat, though. I've had a couple rats, and I treated them like kings, and they don't have to do anything at all, so it's cool.
I'd probably be a penguin. But I'd definitely go with a penguin that lives in the zoo, that, gets fed, 3 squares a day. I wouldn't want to be one of those ones that lives out in the wild, has to walk 100,000,000,000 miles just to mate with someone else. Seems very tough and cold.
I would be a turtle, a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
I would be a squirrel, because they're cute and they harvest nuts.